What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Triple N on Lucky Bros Incorporated. It's just me today, bringing a Buddyfight deck profile. I miss Buddyfight. I don't know if anybody else out there feels me. I miss Buddyfight. I'm kind of sad that it's the game that had to end. All good things do come to it, and I know like Buddyfights ended months ago, September of last year, but I just missed the game. I missed like them trying to. I missed them like you know putting out more stuff. Cause the sad part about Buddy Fight, I got into it last January. I knew about Buddy Fight for about a couple years now, but I didn't get into it until last year. I was like, all right, I'll get into it because Flames was really big in it. And when he told me about it, I started getting interested. I went to go watch the show, but it didn't catch my eye really, and I was like, I don't care. But then I started watching some YouTubers play, and I was like, this game is really good. So I ended up going back and rewatching the show again, and it made me stick. And then I got into Buddy Fight Ace, and that made me stay. And then it just went away. So I was just like, all right. But I'm gonna do a evil demonic dragon deck profile because I miss Buddy Fight. So my flag, Darkest Dragon World, and the Buddy evil demonic dragon Samaye. You make him the buddy because you really don't want to gain life. You want your life to be at 1. So you do this early, get your life. Sorry for your dogs. You try to get your life to 1. So call this early, and then you have cards that can get you to 1, or you let your opponent get you to 1 or whatever. So let's get started. Start off with these size zeros. 4 of the buddy evil demonic dragon. So I mean, he's your searcher. This is your searcher. When it enters the field, you drop a hand card. Put up to 1 evil demonic dragon monster with Belio in its card name, or evil demonic evil demonic dragon item from your deck, and that's yeah. If a size 3 evil demonic dragon will leave the field, you can send this card instead. So 4 of that. 4 of see if it pops up. Evil demonic dragon Lupus. Lupus you can only call it once a turn. When this card enters the field, if another evil demonic dragon is on your field, put the top 2 cards of your deck into the gauge, and then you draw a card. Then if your life is 6 or less, you get to draw another card. Your life should always be at 1. Like, you have cards that can get your life to 1, or you try to make your opponent get you to 1. So usually your life is always on 1, so you always it's kind of like a draw 2. It's like a gauge 2, draw 2 really. You can also put this card into the soul of an evil demonic dragon, give that card Soul Guard, and if your life is 6 or less, you can that monster gains 10,000 attack and defense. So this is a really good card. I really think you should play 4. Last of the zeros, I play 3 evil demonic dragon Garpus. Its call cost is to pay a gauge. All evil demonic dragons on the field cannot be rested, which is really good because your whole point is you trying to hit your opponent with 666 critical. So this is really good for that. Also, this is good because you get your size 3 evil demonic dragons back from the drop zone to your hand. So this is just 3 of that. Onto this 3s. The main 3, exterminating evil demonic dragon Belio. Main grade 3 you want. Only play 2. This card in the field cannot be destroyed or returned to the hand, and its critical cannot be reduced by opponent's card effects. If your life is 1, this card gets penetrate, and its critical becomes 666. That's move and triple attack. This is your main go-to. This is usually what you use to end games. You hit your opponent for that 666, and there's nothing they can really do as triple attack. So they would have to either guard you a lot or try to find a way to deal with this. And since it can't really be removed other than like mostly battle, so 2 of him. 2, annihilate evil demonic Belio Hellbeast. It's like the evolution. You call it over top of the other Belio. If your life's 1, you could do this during mid battle. So like if your opponent somehow is like able to get through your 3 attacks, you can just call this over. This card gives all your evil. If your life's at 1, this card gives all your evil demonic dragon monsters 666. I wish it was items too, but I guess I understand why. But it gives all your evil demonic dragon monsters on the field penetrate and 666. Penetrate matters because you're trying to one shot a person. So move, triple attack, soul guard. It's really good. Its regular cost is just put it over Balium, pay 2 gauge. It's not really much. With 2 of that, because they're searchable. The reason why I only play 2 and 2 of those is they're searchable, so you shouldn't have a problem getting to them. 4, Jealousy, Evil, Demonic Dragon, Envy. Envy is really good. You really want to start with Envy because it's called Cautious. Pay 2 gauge. Put the top card of your deck into the soul. If your life is 6 or less, this card size becomes 0. During your opponent's turn, choose a monster or an item on your opponent's field, and you may pay 1 gauge if you do draw a card. And for this turn, then nullify all of the chosen card and rest it. And then if your life is 1, that card can't like stand. So this is really good because it interrupts opponent's plays. You get you an extra draw, and like it's really good. So and it has move and double attack. You really want to have this on field early, like if you go first or something, so you could just stop them from doing anything on their turn, and then following turn you can either go for the Belial, try to hit for the 6/6/6. So, and I'm glad all of them have move. So like if you need to like try to protect yourself, but there's a lot of protecty cards in there. Onto the spells. I play 4 Diablo's Soul. Its cast cost is destroy an evil demonic dragon on your field. Put the top 2 cards of your deck into the gauge. Draw 2 cards. Then if your life is 6 or less, draw. So it's basically a gauge to draw 3, but that's only if you have your life is 1. So if you can get your life to 1 early, use this. Destroying evil demonic dragons isn't nothing wrong with that. It's not. It's fine. Just like I said, you have so many resources and stuff. So play 4 of this. 4. On to next 4. Contract Circle of the Evil Calling. Drop a hand card. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Put up to 2 evil demonic dragon monsters or items from among them to your hand. Put the rest in your gauge. This is really good. Just to get cards. Sometimes there are times where I'll only get 1 card and the rest just go to my gauge. It's really helpful for the gauge because you know some cards pay a lot. So I know like Belial's, he has like a gauge cost of 3. You have to get like drop 3. So cards like this is really good for the gauge and stuff. And just if you need to filter through your deck a little more. 4. Melody of the Evil Moon. This is the card you really want to start off with because you can literally hit your opponent early. This card's effect is you only can use 1 if you have an evil demonic dragon on the field. Choose 1 to follow and draw a card, and for this turn the next damage you will take is reduced to 0. Pay as much life, and if you do for this turn, the damage you will take is reduced by the number. So you can literally make your life 1 with this. So let's say your life's at 10 or 11, depending on what happened. You play this, knock your life to 1. Your opponent has to deal you over 10 damage with 1 swing to deal any damage to you. So this is really good. It helps, like I said, it just gets you to the 1 like you need to. Because once you get to that 1, you could pretty much kill if your opponent can't stop Belial from swinging. So 4 of that. 4. Negative Survival. You only cast this on your opponent's turn, and if you have an evil demonic dragon on the field, pay 2 gauge for this turn. If your life becomes 0, it becomes 1 instead. So this is right here lets you just save you. So if you did put your life to 1 or your opponent's about to kill you, you can drop this, make it to it for the rest of this turn. You can't lose unless they have a card that says your life stays that or something like that. So this is like your card you want to use to try to survive. Or like if your opponent somehow survived you and you still only like, if you're only life 1, you drop this if you're about to take a damage, and then you'll survive for that turn. You get another turn to try to hit for 6/6/6. Next spell, I play 3 Diablo's Grave. Pay 1 gauge. Put up to a total of 2 evil demonic dragon monster items with different names from draw zone to your hand. So it's literally like get a card back from the grave. Just get cards back from the grave. You limit yourself on what you play, so this could help just in case you hit your 2 Belials and stuff like that. 2 Waltz of the Blood Moon. It's a set card. When an evil demonic dragon enters the field, I can't even read that. When an evil demonic dragon enters the field, you may put the top 2 cards you gauge. But use that once per turn. If your life will become 0, you may put this card from your field to the drop zone. If it drops on the card deck, then you may drop the top card of your deck. If it's an evil demonic dragon, your life becomes 1. So it's like another like a stall card. You play it if you're about to lose. Risk the luck and hope you drop a evil demonic dragon and you'll go back to 1. 2 Diablo's Disposal. You can cast this card without a cast cost if your life is 1. Destroy evil demonic dragon, pay 2 gauge. Choose one of the following effects. Destroy all monsters in your opponent's field or drop up to 3 your opponent's gauge. I like to draw my opponent's gauge so they can't do nothing. But destroying all their monsters could be fine too. It just depends. There's a lot of cards in Buddyfight that said they can't be destroyed by card effects, so dropping gauge is more fun. 2 time sale. If you don't have to pay its cast cost if your life is 3 or less. Usually you're at 1, so this is pretty much free. Draw 2 cards. But the cast cost is pay 2 gauge, pay 2 life, which isn't bad because you kind of want to lose life in this deck anyway. But if your life is 1, you just get to draw 2 cards. 1 Abyss Siphon. You only cast this if your life is 6 or less. Pay 1 gauge, draw 2 cards. Like I said, it's deck filtering. Banquet of the Unrighteous. Choose one of the following 2. Look at 3 cards at the top of your deck. Put 1 monster among them in your hand for the rest of your drop zone. So deck filtering. Put a card from your drop zone face down to the soul of a monster on the field. So this can help you. You know, if you want to do like a play with the Lupus, I think it was Lupus. You know, put in soul, get 10. So it can help with soul. But usually I do it for the search. You can get a monster, drop the rest. Now on to. I'll just do items first. Onto the items, I play 2. Ever Dark Shadowing Umbrella. Put 2 Evil Demonic Dragons from the drop zone and pay 2 gauge. You cannot be dealt damage by card effects if your life is 1, and this card gets plus 10,000 and critical 2. So if your life's 1, usually where it will be, your opponent can't damage you with card effects. When it attacks, you could drop 1 of your opponent's gauge. Then if your life is 1, draw a card and you choose your opponent chooses to drop hand. So like this helps you drop your opponent's gauge more, making it to where they can't do much more. Also getting rid of hand. So this card is really crazy. Double attack as well, so you do that multiple times. This card, I like this card so much because it really messes with your opponent. I love decks that mess with your opponent a lot, so this is really cool. And that's all for our items. And for the impact card, I play 2 Eradicate Avenge. You can only, let me make sure I can read that. You may only cast this card if you have attacked 2 times during this turn. Link attacks counts as 1 attack. Pay 2 gauge. Choose an evil demonic dragon on the field and deal damage to your opponent equal to that card's critical. If your life's at 1 and you have Belial, one of the Belials on the field, your deck critical is 666, so you can hit your opponent for 666. So unless they have a way to stop that, there's nothing they can do. Like I said, I did this because I miss Buddyfight. Buddyfight is just, it's one of my like favorite games. And I've played a lot of them. I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! I've played Vanguard. I've played, well, Buddyfight. I've played a lot of games, Pokemon. I've played Magic for a little bit. So I've played a lot of card games, and I think Buddyfight's like one of my favorites. So I know it's over, but if you're like interested in Buddyfight, pick up some cards, pick up some decks, play with some friends. You know, I promise you won't regret it. It's a really fun game. And I just missed the game. I wish it would come back. I doubt it. I know I probably won't. If it ever does, I'm gonna be playing it again. But Buddyfight, y'all. Buddyfight was lit, and I miss it. It's been gone for a few months, and I miss it. And I was only able to play for a year, and I think that's what really bothers me. But that's gonna be the end of this video. I just wanted to do a deck profile of some Buddyfight because I miss Buddyfight. But like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if y'all want to see some more stuff, and let me know in the comments if you miss Buddyfight. But that's gonna be the end of this. Peace.